Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey, Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark. In fact, today is our last episode of 2025. New Year's Eve is tomorrow, and I thought it would be cool to talk about what you can do for New Year's Eve other than go out. So to talk about that, I have yet another friend of mine, Will Vance, and Will and his wife, Dawn, own the Jefferson St tap room right across the square from us, and it is this great little craft beer and food place that you can go any Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Will, I'm really glad you're across the square from us, and I'm glad you're here today.
Well, thanks for having me, Lynn. I'm proud to be here.
However, it is fun to go out on Thursday nights, but I notoriously love to stay home on New Year's Eve.
Dawn and I are kind of the same way. You know, when you spend the week, you have to cater to the public. I love nothing more than to go home and be by myself.
That's right.
A little downtime, never hurt anybody.
That's right. And New Year's Eve is a good time. Now, it's fun. I've had many years that I've gone out and gone to the regular New Year's Eve parties, and they're a lot of fun as long as you're responsible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But now that I'm a certain age, I pretty much enjoy staying home on New Year's Eve.
And nothing wrong with staying home on New Year's. You know, we'll have our New Year's party at the tap room as we do every year. And, we encourage you if you want to come have a good time. Of course, the motto, never forget, never loud and wild, always fun and friendly.
Never loud and wild, always fun and friendly.
Always fun and friendly, right.
That's the tap room rules.
That's tap room house rules, right.
Okay, so you guys are open even though it's Wednesday.
Yes, we're going to open this year. Typically, we're only Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But this year, since New Year's is falling on a Wednesday, we'll open Wednesday night. We'll probably open the doors at 7, and we'll stay there and ring in the new year. And at 12:01, go home.
That's right. Shut the doors and go home. Yes. At 12:01. Okay, and there'll be a whole lot of people that come to that, and that's awesome. I won't be one of them. I'll be out at my house living it up. But I want you to help me and other people like me who want to stay home, but who I still want to make New Year's Eve a special night. It's fun to look back over the year and look forward to another one. So tell me some ideas that I can do at home and sort of create a party atmosphere at my house.
First, I think of cocktail mocktail. So, we love spending New Year's with the kids back in the day. And so mom and dad could have a cocktail if they wish. And then we could have mocktails if nobody wanted to. And the kids got into it, too, because, you put it in a little fancy glass for them, too, and makes them feel special. And it's just fun.
Tell me what my cocktail is going to be this year.
So 2 of the favorites that we always did. One is called a New Year's Sunrise. It's a play on the traditional tequila sunrise.
Cute.
So what you do is you take a little OJ, and of course, you can make it up by the batch, by the drink, however you want to do it. So I'll spare you the details of how much, but you can play with that. But a little OJ, a little lemonade, and then you can get some grenadine. Grenadine, you can actually pick it up at Food Giant. They've got it. You don't have to go to the liquor store or anything to find the grenadine. It's just a pomegranate simple syrup.
Okay, I want to go back to lemonade. Do you mean like powdered lemonade or made up lemonade?
Yeah, make up your lemonade first.
Make up a lemonade.
Yep.
Okay.
So do you equal parts of the OJ and the lemonade, and do that over ice. If you want to do a fancy little martini glass, you can do a little sugar rim on it and make it cute.
Do you wet the rim with
Yes.
water and then?
Yep.
Okay.
Just take the rim of your glass and dip it in a little water or a little lemon juice, lime juice, anything that makes it a little sticky, and then you just kind of twirl it in your sugar. And it just puts the sugar rim around the top. And then you do the equal parts of the OJ lemonade, and then you just kind of swirl the grenadine around so it gives it that cascade, that red hue, gives it that sunset appeal.
Oh, cute.
And,
what about a cherry in there? Or
Yeah,
something?
absolutely. You can do the cherry in there or an orange slice. And then, for the adult cocktail version, all you do is you add a part of tequila. So you leave
equal
the tequila.
parts of orange juice, or it's up to you, really?
It's up to you. We did equal parts, OJ and lemonade. Believe it or not, that in itself is pretty tasty. The grenadine is really more for the look. And then, if you do it as a standard glass, you'll just do a 2-ounce pour of tequila.
Okay.
Another one, it really doesn't have a name. There may be a name for it. I don't know. We didn't have a name for it. But, you can get the pomegranate flavor cranberry juice. Pick that up at your local Food Giant grocery stores. Do that with OJ. Same deal. Rim your glass. Put the sugar rim on it. It's just for the decoration. You don't have to do that. And that is very tasty. And that becomes a little mocktail in itself. That is a typical vodka drink, though. So if you wanted to do the cocktail version, you add 2 ounces per glass of vodka to that.
Well, that's super simple.
Very simple. You don't have to get over. I'm a pretty simple person. I don't like overly complicated. Even at the tap room, when people ask for something overly complicated drinks, I'm like, really? Let's find something like 3 ingredients.
Okay, all right. So we have our little mocktail cocktail.
So you got your mocktail cocktail. Well, now everybody wants to snack. I mean, that's just part of it. You want a little snack. Now, we used to love, Dawn would take over this part. She would always do this giant charcuterie board. Those are always a hit because it's just that smorgasbord effect. You got a little bit of everything. She would do, you'd have a little meat and cheese section going, even like just deli meat. We would always love to fry up like some kielbasa sausage or your favorite sausage, slice those up, put those out there with some crackers and, some different nuts like the mixed nuts and stuff. And then you always add a little sweet to it. So she'd always have some kind of little chocolate covered something. Dawn's going to have something chocolate on that board. You can believe it. And then you do a few sweets with it and you just kind of spread that out and everybody just gets them a little plate and then you just sample off the charcuterie board all night. Now we started doing this fairly recently. If you happen to have a Blackstone, or any flat top griddle. We started doing a build your own pizza. Because who doesn't love pizza?
On
right?
a Blackstone.
Oh gosh, they're delicious, Melinda.
Okay.
Yes, very quick too. Like you can have a pizza done
what
in
do
about
you
5
do
minutes.
for your pizza dough?
So, and forgive me, is it pronounced naan or nan bread? Naan?
I think it's naan bread, but I've heard both.
Well, we're redneck, so however you say it.
Non-nan. I got you.
That is our preferred bread. But a lot
Where
of times,
do you buy it?
Well, sometimes you'll find it here locally, sometimes not. So if you don't, the standard old tortilla shells work awesome.
Non-bread, N-A-H-N, non-bread is preferred tortilla shell if you can't find that.
Correct.
Okay?
And it's just because the naan bread is just a little thicker so you can get a little more crust out of it because you can't overcook the tortillas if you don't watch it. But we take and lay out all the ingredients. So we'll pre-cook up a little ground beef, your sausage, some pepperoni, and then, all the toppings, the cheese and everything. And you have your tortillas laying there. And all you need to do is let your kids come through and literally they will build that pizza up. They'll lay all the ingredients on it that they want. You let them bring it to you on the Blackstone, have that baby heated up, put a little butter down, lay it on there. You throw the lid down for like 5 minutes. Pizza's ready.
I love that.
It's awesome.
Build your own.
You just build your own.
I love that.
And they're small. You get the little 8-inch tortillas. And then you don't feel bad when you eat 5 of them,
Right, exactly. Okay, now give us a game. What's your family's favorite game?
Our family's pretty competitive, so game night can get out of hand quick, but we always loved Uno.
Yep.
And I don't know if you know this, but we just found it. There's electronic Unos called Uno Attack. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going to be probably one of your favorite games to play. It's pretty cheap. You can find it at Walmart. All it is, as opposed to drawing from the deck, there is a card machine, a deck counting machine. Everybody gets their standard 7 cards to start, and then the machine takes over. And so when it's your turn, if somebody hits you with a draw 4, you mash the button 4 times. If it's a draw 2, you mash the button 2 times. Sometimes you might not get a card. I have seen this thing kick out 18 cards at a time. It's become our new favorite version of Uno. That one is sure to have you laughing, pointing fingers. I'm not sitting next to you next time. On the adult side, since we kind of did the cocktail mocktail on the games, if you're having like just a couple of friends over, or even if it's just you and your spouse, no kids, if you've never played Cards Against Humanity, that one is entertaining to say the least.
I've heard it's a little bit racy.
It can be. It can be, but in itself, it's not. The game itself is not. It's just one of those deals. You have a dedicated dealer, so to speak, and they will draw a card, and that will prompt a saying. Could be any situation. You never know. And then you have to take the cards that you're dealt, what you think would best match that. And so there's nothing off limits.
Okay. You've really given me some good ideas. That is what we're going to do this New Year's Eve. And I hope that your family, well, you won't be together. You'll be serving the public. But we're glad that you're up there.
Well, actually, we'll all be there. Dawn and I, both the boys will be there Wednesday night for New Year's Eve. So we're all just going to ring it in together.
Okay. Well, we're glad you're over there. And thanks so much for giving us some good ideas for the homebodies out there.
Well, thanks for having me, Melinda. I really appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a very happy and safe New Year.
Happy New Year, Will. Okay, Shark fans, that's it for this last of the year edition of Heard It on the Shark. You can tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's going on from other local community leaders like Will. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for an interview, or if you want to hear this interview again, you can go to our website, shark1023.com, and click on the podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great New Year.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin' Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississippiHills.org.